Niv to Light and Modern? Let's find out. So we're going to be playing this, which is kind of an old school, fun little one I've been brewing around here. Why are we revisiting Modern? Recently they banned Violent Outbursts, which means in theory Cascade should be less of a thing. But, you know, I'm sure we'll still see it. But yeah, I was not reassured with Faith when Wizard's response in the article was, now that we've got rid of that, they can't use their Force of Negation free spell bullshit to protect their combo, and you guys can use your free spell bullshit to disrupt their spells. Yeah, I still don't think a free counterspell should even exist in the format. And yes, I know that's hypocritical, because if it was 2 colors I would totally run it, but I still don't think they should exist. I think Modern should be built around the idea of outplaying your opponent, managing resources, assessing threats, knowledge of the meta. And all that goes out the window when you go, well, I mean, I've played perfectly, but if they just have this card, I can't do anything because it defies the resource system of the game. Tiny around the side, we're going to go play some games of Modern with this deck. And what deck is this? Well, it's Niv Mizzet Reborn Bring to Light, of course. We've got our fancy arts here. But we are also running the Felidar Saheeli combo in the main board. This is the list I was running currently. So well, obviously we can't hit Felidar Guardian with Niv, but we can hit with Bring to Light. Rest of our deck is built around 2 simple things. We have an aggro package with our Carvus, a General Furious Roderick, who's really hard to kill and makes us 4/4s when we cast any of our spells. We also have our top end Valky here, where we can Valky into a Tybalt off a Bring to Light. We have aggro in Helix for removal. We have hard removal here in the form of Abrupt Decay, Assassin's Trophy, 2 Dreadbores. You can tell this is an old list. We have a board wipe with the Supreme Verdict. And the other half of our deck is Land Disruption. So we have Shadow of Doubt to basically stifle fetch land activations, or Urza's Sagas, or Primeval Titans, whatever they want to do. Then we have Vindicate to take out a land. So our ideal hand, if we go first, is to turn 2 Shadow of Doubt, negate a fetch land, turn 3 Vindicate, take out one of their lands. And yes, Force of Negation still exists, so they could totally force this, but I'll trade 2 cards for, you know, one of your lands to protect your lands here. That's not a fair exchange by my estimation, but, you know, whatever. And then we have Glittering Wish. We're still running Wish here because it's one of my favourite cards. What are we wishing for? Well, our wishing board is a bit all over the place. So, late game we have either a Supreme to rebuy everything in our graveyard, or an additional Niv Mizzet if we want to try and cast something there. We have Slaughter Games and Mordigo for combat decks. We have Gandalf's Sanction to do damage through creatures based on how many spells we got. It's another incidental finisher. Saheeli Rai if we're in that position where we need Saheeli for the combo. We're not running Felidar here because Glittering Wish only gets multicolored cards. Clarion for a little weenie wipe. Another General for a thing there. Counter spells with the Veto. Removal with Fracture. Vanishing Verse. And Drown in the Lock. Tyrant Scorn. And Graveyard Hate in the Rakdos Charm. That's the deck. Let's see how the games go and see how many times I punch the ground of frustration because we get hit out with a Subtlety or a Force of Negation.